Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of FS22 here on the Angel Mountain map. Alright, let's flip through some vehicles and see where, well, I can tell where we left off. We were picking clover. Yeah, we'll just back him up and that may be a problem. Alright, let's try to work and see how well he handles that hump. Just drive right over, no problem. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Okay. Alright, we're good. Alright, you're up and running. You are there, you are there, you are there, you are here. I can get. Alright, how are you guys doing on food? 12,000 meters. Are you making any wool yet? Jeez, you guys are slow. How many animals are in here? Do we know? Let's see. Let's go in here. Got 240 in the one pen, and 240 in the other. And you're not making any wool, and I don't know why. You are, but you're not. Why? Alright, so holds 2,000, so let's go. What is in this one? Let's make sure we get the right ones to go in here. Bye, yes, go. Bye, yes, go. We're gonna up these just a little bit. Let's see. So here, 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 here. Give me 20 more. So it gives me 500. Let's put 500 more in. Let's add this. These are just the plain white ones. Alright, so let's add 500 more here. This has got 240. This one's got this one. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna buy a few more. Alright, that'll do. Now we're up to 1,000 sheep between the two pens. Alright. Awesome. Alright, so you're doing good. Which means now you're probably gonna need more food, so let's jump into trusting the trust here. Since I got the cover, I'm gonna park it off to the side here. So we're outside, not inside. Alright, that's all done. Alright. So, you are full. Alright, so, we need you, just like you, to go get our clover. Get the Glover pig. Oh, I see him. Broke it again. Oh, I don't need to go through that. I'm coming. I hope everybody's having a good day today. It is the 21st of June as I record this. Up at Darien Lake this morning for a little bit this afternoon. Got our cups, got our skip the line passes for the first time. So, we won't be going again until the 4th of July. Unfortunately, because my wife's got to be at the fire hall next Saturday all day. So, that's where she'll be. I'll be here all day by myself. Being bored out of my mind, as I usually am. But it is what it is, man. Alright, so now that we have 2 million liters of clover, we are going to get the rest of the apiary, the bees up and running. And then we'll be making honey and wax, and we'll sell that off too. Or gotta start thinking about buying more property is what our game plan is. Maybe a piece of land to put some factories down. Well, I guess I got my YouTube scenes out of the way. It's nice to know that I'm still allergic to YouTube. Alright, so now, let's see, what are we gonna do? I only own this first one. Yeah. So let's go down and buy the rest of these. We're gonna fill all these up. They're only 25 grand a piece. Alright, so how much is in this one already? That's what I'm wondering. Can't see. Alright, so it's already got 200. Hold up, put the camera on so we can see where we're backing. We can dump quite a bit in here. Probably close to 700,000. So we'll leave about 13 in here. $14. Okay, we'll stop it at 14. Alright, so how much does that give in here? It gives us, yeah, 7. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, well, let's go down to the next one. Whip it right out on the road. Who cares about traffic? They'll wait for us. I just want my phone to charge. I'm probably have to go down and get a new charger. Probably what I end up doing. Only because it don't. If I move it just right, it won't charge. We're getting there slowly but surely, guys. Alright, let's see what's in this one. I gotta activate them yet, so just give me a minute. Alright, let's go in here. Let's go down to our factories. Right here. We just gotta wait for crates to come over. Okay. Yep, crates will come over. Alright, yeah. So, they'll come over at the top of the hour because they're set to distribute. Alright. That's all we gotta wait on. I was just getting put in this one list. Should be close to 7. Yeah, alright, close enough. So they each got a little over 7. So yeah. Crates will come over at the top of the hour. So alright. We'll let you go a little bit longer. Alright, what else we got going on here? Got the compost going. We need to get salt water going is what we need to do too. Making cornmeal, but not making flour yet. Plenty of silage to sell off. Yeah. We gotta get that up and running. I gotta figure out how to do that. Ice cubes, that'll run for quite a while. Mammoth mill. Got plenty of wood chips, plenty of coal, ore, plastic. Alright, so it's got plenty of everything. It's producing everything. Drill pipe is full. Stacks are gonna be full. Alright, so we're doing good there. Got canola oil going, but no sunflowers yet. Plenty of crude oil. Making diesel. That's gonna give us money too, because we're gonna have to sell that off. Got a little bit of seed. Fabric is going good. Lime is running. That's all I care about is the lime running. Wash plants are full of wash stones. Alright, so any electric running? Alright, awesome. So, what are we gonna do? Let's see. Let's look at field work real quick. See what we got going on. Only because we were down here playing around the last time I remember. We got to get something in here. But doesn't need plowed, fertilized, anything like that. And we own field 30 that we can get. Alright, so it needs plowed and probably lined. Nope, just plowed. Alright, so let's go back. Let's grab you. Where is the plow? Anyhow. I know I own one. No. Oh, it might be over here. That's where it is. Yeah, it's over here. Yeah. Okay. I forgot. I put it over here. Okay. Alright, so let's go down and plow that field. Get that going on a worker. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps the channel out. If you haven't already, too, check out Old Man 102. He's got a great series going on the Species 7's Homestead map. He's got more episodes than I do because that's the only map he plays besides his other games. I have multiple maps going, so... But once I get laid off from work, I'll be able to pound out the videos, guys. But for right now, this is going to be, you know, if I have extra time, I'll drop extra videos of 19 or 17 or even 15. I'll keep track of my notebook, episode and the date, so I know where I am. Probably not going to be much of 15 because I really don't have any mods or maps to play. We may just start a map and call it our animal farm, cow farm, where we actually got a bale of hay, pick it up, stack it, feed our cows, make our own PMR. You know, no cheating. It'll be like real farm work. So, but I have good maps for 17. I have some great maps for 17, 19, 22, and I will have great maps for 25 to really play. So, what time? I'm back to work full time. If you all don't know, I work at Heidelberg Materials. I work for a concrete company. I love my job sometimes. Some days I hate it. When it comes to state work, I hate it. So, but it is what it is, you know. I am to the point where I don't even want to be on state jobs anymore because the truck they got me in don't mix worth of shit. And my first loan turned out real bony. It looked like there was no sand in it, so Larry rejected it. The second load, they were arguing over the counter, and of course Larry won that battle. But me and one of my co-drivers, Jamie, both got sent back to the yard to dump. But she ended up paying for both the loads, so we didn't lose no money on them, even though they went on the ground. And stuff like that don't make Larry happy, but I got there and Larry looked at my counter. It was at 217, and she was saying it's got to be under 200. They should be showing up here less than 200 total revs on the drum. And they went back and forth, making phone calls, looking stuff up on the internet. Nate looked something up and showed it to me, like, well, let them figure it out. Now, like, by the time they figure it out, my load's gonna be timed out. Now you're gonna ask me, what do you mean by timed out? On a state load, you have exactly 1 hour from the time you start loading at the plant. Get washed in, get your slump, get to the job site, and get offloaded. If you go over that 1 hour, even if you're not totally empty, they're gonna kick you out the job site. You're done. Because the concrete to the state is not good anymore. It's gonna ruin the road, or it's gonna crumble faster. It's happened to me a couple times already last year, you know, and I have no control over it. You know, I can always go. You can only empty the truck out as fast as the pump guy wants to pump it. You know, that's not on us. But dumping 2 loads on the ground, I felt so bad. I'm like, I just don't want to be. I don't want to be on state work anymore. I refuse to do it. And I told her, I said, you know, I shouldn't even be here. I was like, truck don't mix worth of shit. And for state loads, this truck shouldn't even be on state loads. The drums wore out, it don't mix. And he said, "You're probably right. I probably should, I agree with you. The drum is wore out, and I probably, doing COD work or stuff like that, it's fine, you know, because it'll still mix well, but I can always, because every time you add water, you got to put 30 revs. I think 100 revs is the perfect cycle, perfect mix, and it's not. So when we're at the yard getting loaded, start with 50 revs, look at it, add water if you have to, bump it up to 75, look at it again if you still got to add water. And of course Maurice was there and she went through a half a tank of water. I'm like, what is it gonna burn all my water? Well, you're dry. I know it sounds dry, but there's tooth in here too, and it's gonna sound dry and bony. Well, anyhow, last Thursday, I ended up going to Jamestown, and I got caught in a rainstorm going to Noel's barn. So the load got a little wetter than they wanted it, and they called me bitch. Well, I have no control over Mother Nature. And I didn't think about flipping my hopper up, and I didn't know. I'm new to this. It's only my second season. But right, Jamie and Kyle and Bruce all said, you get caught in a rainstorm, as soon as you get to the job site, you flip that hopper up, and so the rain will run. Rain won't run. Some of it will run down in the drum, but not all of it. I'm like, well, that would have been nice to know in like 3 hours ago when I was in there. Obviously when you're driving to job site, you can't flip your hopper up because you don't know you may hit a electric line, you may hit a little, you may hit anything, a tree, actually, and all you gotta do is hit the right thing to knock the power line down. But Jamie said, as soon as you pulled in that driveway, reach down and flip your hopper up in a rainstorm. Now, if they tell you to back underneath the barn, lower your hopper, back under the barn, and wait. And I said, that's what we did. We waited it out. And it let up enough, and they're like, alright, it's gonna let up. They pulled me out. Well, instead of these guys, when it let up, instead of putting the rest of the form up in the doorway, they wait till I get over there, get backed up, and put 2 chutes on, and then oh wait a minute, hold on, we gotta put this up, and then they start dicking around. Well, it started downpouring again. I'm like, no, nothing I can do about it, and they made me sit there for. So, and if Larry asks, I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna say, you know what? Yeah, my load was probably wet, but I was caught in the rain, and I didn't know nothing. I'm new to this. But, they're the ones that put me in the barn and then pulled me out. That's made me sit there for an extra 20 minutes in a rainstorm. Alright, let's go put this in the grass jar, and the rest of it we'll put in the silo for our sheep. Yeah, so, oh well, it is what it is. Now this week's going to be horrible, only because 90 plus, and that drum's going to be awfully hot. So I think what I'm going to do is, I have a few ideas, but I don't know how well they're going to work. I think after I fill my water tank and shut the hose off, I think I'm going to, when I pull it out, I'm going to grab it and I'm going to turn it back on, and I think I'm going to spray my drum down, cool it off a little bit. Like in the wintertime, we put hot water in our concrete. We don't pour very much in the winter though. If I get called into work, I try to work less than 10 hours in a week. If I get 10 hours, I still get my full employment, plus I get an extra $200 bucks, $180 on Friday, which helps us out. I'm hoping that I can get some overtime now, but I've been dealing with health issues, this summer dealing with my gallbladder. I have to go back for ultrasound plus blood work. And they're just things they want to check, so I gotta go for blood. I think I do that July 2nd, so I'm gonna have to have the morning off. I'm still going back and I'm going into work after I get all done over there. So I'm just gonna let Kyle know Monday that I'm gonna need the morning off. I'll try to be here. I'll get here as soon as I can, so he can relay it to Chris and Zach. But they all know what's going on, so they expect me, you know. So I filled Linda in. At least I'll get some kind of money for disability, short-term disability while I'm out on surgery. So it is what it is. I didn't know that. I thought disability was when you got hurt at work. I never used this shit, so I really don't know how any of that works. So now I know. You are full. Oh my god, we're gonna have so much silage just sell off. Oh, we're gonna be booming on this map pretty soon, guys. What I want to own tons of fields and get lots of field work done. Let's see, let's get you unfolded. Let's cruise back up where we left off. Oh, excuse me, guys. This is my last video for the night. I'm gonna go hang out with my wife, spend some time with her. I just wanted to get these 2 videos done. I'm gonna get up in the morning, come in and do the 2-hour video, which is PB Rivers Remastered by DashNet. Then I'm gonna go out and mow my lawn. Then I'm gonna come back in and knock out 2 more videos. Then I'm gonna go out and do something else. There's no sleeping in tomorrow. But we're gonna go out and make the bed in the camper and sleep out tonight. Not very often I get to sleep on my own camper. It's in my backyard, but I don't care. Until I get my health, until we get our health issues and I can get a truck to pull that camper, it's gonna be in our backyard. So I'm gonna look at a couple campgrounds to put it at. I think I'm leaning more towards Woodstream campgrounds. We're working on downsizing our cat. We gotta get pictures tomorrow. That's gonna be on her agenda. Get pictures, get them to the SPCA so they can spread the word. I want to downsize to about 10 cats. Well, we're gonna have to we're probably do that tonight while we're laying out in the camper. So, I can do it on my phone. But yeah. So once we sleep tonight, we're gonna have a shit. Well, actually, we could go sell a load of silage off. I want to get the rest of this clover picked. Now, what else we got for field work? Anything? That's what we were looking at. Probably got interrupted. Auto save. Now, once this is done, normally I put all the factories here, but we can put some along here too. We can put some down over here. We could put some down along here. You know, we could stick some over in here. I mean, there's places to put factories. We could put some up in here. But for the main part, I usually put them right here. I usually end up buying this little piece of, no, this little piece of property right here, which is only 600, and then we'll mow the grass and we'll start putting factories in there. Oh yeah, field work. Huh. What else we got to do for field work? One more. I think this corn's ready to go too. It is. And field 30 is ready to go, which is going to be sunflowers, I think, right? Yeah. So we got plenty of work to do on the farm on this map. But probably go down and pick the sunflowers next, only because I want to get sunflower oil going. The corn can wait, or we can turn it into chaff, but the corn can wait. It ain't going to go anywhere. We really don't need the field for anything right now, so it can sit there. The goal is to have one field per crop. That's our goal. So this one will say clover, whatever, the other one will, so we're going to pick sunflowers next, so when we replant that, sunflowers will go right back in it. I shout out to Old Man 102 for making awesome maps too, guys. I don't know if I ever say that, but this guy, and a shout out to DashNet Dave and Stevie for making awesome mods and maps for us to use. I appreciate every one of you, and I'm telling you, as soon as I get some extra money in my pocket, you'll be getting a nice little donation from me, because you know what, you guys deserve it. I'm hoping this winter I can try modding again and getting into a map, but I got a lot of learning to do first, guys, so, and figure out what I got to pull out of the in-game to make some mods work with the shaders. So but other than that, I would love to start with a blank sheet of map, pull everything out of it. I just gotta learn how. So there's plenty of YouTube videos out there, so I'm gonna try to teach myself again this winter. Try to. I can't make any promises, I'm gonna try to. So, it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna finish this video, edit and render it, shut the computer down, and I'm gonna go to bed and go hang out with the wife. She needs to get in here and get a shower. What she needs to do. The rest of this is going to go into silo for sheep. We're going to put more stuff down eventually. I really wish the potato field was ready to harvest, but it's not. It's probably got a couple more growth stages to go. What's down in these two fields? Anything worth keeping? That is poppy. No, that is not poppy. Is that red cabbage? Red cabbage in there. Is it? It's probably cranberry. Yeah, it's cranberry. And that's probably rye. Yeah. So, and we own these two fields too that we're going to combine together, I think. No, we're not going to combine. We're just going to put poplar in there. Alright, so let's shut you off because we're leaving you. That's a nice big pile. Thank you, AR worker. I appreciate it. Another 1,000,000 liters to divide up. Alright, let's take care of this. Real quick, get this in the tipper. Put it in this. I think we're just gonna stick in the silo for now. That's all we're gonna do. Stick in the silo, get the rest of the grass picked up. We'll get that refertilized so it'll start growing again. And we're doing good. Alright. You only take the reins from your back. Alright, let's take care of this. Hold that up for now, for travel purposes. Sneaker in here. Oop. Alright, so let's do this. Let's get the corn header. Let's go pick some sunflowers. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna put it there next time. Alright, off to do the sunflowers. Then we'll do the corn. We are cruising along, guys. We are humming right along on field work. But I hope everybody is enjoying this series. I wish I could do this more than once a week, but I'm real busy at work. This coming week we're probably going to be pushing close to 50 hours. Probably not going to have to work Saturday. I hope we don't, but what irks me is, Larry says all the time, we need to do everything Monday through Friday and get these guys Saturday and Sunday off for their family, but yeah, and then he goes, oh yeah, we can do that on a Saturday, no problem. What the fuck, Larry? You just said that we needed more time with family, and here you are scheduling work for us. So yeah, we can do that on a Saturday and be special. Tommy gets it during the week like everybody else does. Oh, there's some companies like Lakeshore that Larry used to work at, used to be part of whenever, so, you know, kisses their ass and gives them whatever they want, you know, so. County line is another one. Oh, I can only, you know, can we do that on a Saturday? Larry's like, yeah, sure, we can do that on a Saturday. No, this ain't the field I want, is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it ain't where I want to start. Hold that back up. Yeah, down the road. The road's gonna go down around the corner. Yeah, it's like, I think you need to start preaching what you say, or practice what you say. I don't mind working a little overtime. I had a good week. I had 3 10-hour days. That's only because me and Jamie had to go to Alfred and help with the forge. But don't bother me. It is what it is, man. Alright, let's get you going on a worker. Let's take you up to the silo. Keeping our eyes peeled for more collectibles too. There's a hunter room on this map somewhere. Alright, leave your brother alone. Excuse me, guys. So I got all of July's schedules sketched out on my paper. Alright, let's put this away. We're done with it for now. Let's just be on the safe side and top you off with fertilizer. Real quick. I know there's probably more than enough here, but alright, let's go get you started, and then we'll go over and finish picking up our grass. We'll put that in storage. And then you unfold it. Then alright, let's jump. Oh, autosave again. Oh, here comes the wife to take a shower. I don't know why she's bringing everything back here. Thought we were sleeping out.
I am, but I still like to keep some of my stuff in here.
Okay. You gonna take your pills before we go out then? What's in the box?
Portable thing.
Oh. Okay. I just wondering. Talking to YouTube. You're out in the living room. Did you send Kirsty home? Alright guys. We'll get this finished picked up, put it in the silo. Got the fertilizer going on it. Got sunflowers being harvested. I think we had a pretty good episode. Yeah, that's right? Shouldn't that window be on the back side of that? Yeah, it should. That window should be on the back side so they can't push it out. Huh? Yeah, but what's going to keep these guys from not pushing the air conditioner right out the window? Well, I thought it did too. Can they push it? I mean, have you put pressure on that AC? I just want to make sure they can't push it out. Because if we're out in the camper and they push that out, we're fucked. We'll never find these guys. They'll be outside. And we won't know until morning. Alright, well when I'm done recording I'll have to get up and check the AC and make sure they can't push it out. So, let's take a look at the weekly weather, see what we're dealing with. Awesome, all done picking up your ass. Awesome. Alright. Pick this up, put it away. All nice and clean for the next episode, next usage. This tractor needs fuel. We're gonna fuel it. Oh, I'm gonna put my glasses on real quick. I'm looking at 89 tomorrow with a 20% chance of rain. Monday, 92. Tuesday, 92. Back down to 80. Back down in the 80s. Next weekend, we're looking at 80 and 84 with a 40% chance of rain. Wow. Alright. What are you doing, Rocky? Where are you going, bud? Hey, buddy. Hey. Then just gotta put that back on the floor so you guys can be at the top of my dresser. Why don't I do that right now? In fact, I'll set it right on my bed right now. Since we're not gonna be in here. Alright. As we wait for this to get unloaded. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, too far. Alright, well, for the next job, this is gonna be, right now, we're gonna go sell, so we're gonna sell some silage off, guys. We should get cows going so we have milk. Let's see what we get for silage. But like I said, I enjoy playing my games. I just want to share my experience with everybody and what I do. Alright, we're gonna fill that up. Check on our worker. Oh, he's still cruising along. Our plow is done. We'll bring him back next episode. And we haven't done any planting, so we ain't gotta worry about the roller. I think our next field attack is to get, like I said, get this piece of property right here. So we can start putting factories down and getting them up and running. But we're still got plenty over here to get done yet. I'm gonna need a sugar, you know. We don't have the sugar plant running yet, which I know I picked sugar beets. I think we just sold them off. So I'll have to replant some sugar beets. No, we didn't pick them off. We had to, because that was the last crop in that field. No, that wasn't sugar beets, that was hemp. So we got these two fields yet, which are not ready to harvest yet. This is green. I have no idea what it's gonna be. Peas. Yeah, it's gonna be peas, and this one's probably gonna be sorghum. Right? Yeah. So we definitely have to get a field of sugar beets. The one that already has sugar beets in it. And ready to harvest. This one over here is ready to harvest. How much is it? Yeah, 2.79 million. So we're not gonna worry about that right now. If we buy anything, we'll buy 25 and 26 and get sugar beets going in them two fields. So it'll be a work in progress, guys. So this is almost empty. Thank God it's almost empty because we're gonna have 2 million liters this off. This will be a nice payday right here. Watch what we get on this load. Nice little payday right here coming up. Yeah, awesome, huh? Yeah. Hopefully we get enough money to buy some more fields. I know we're going to be able to buy a couple more fields. This map is very expensive to buy fields on, but they're huge. I mean, huge. That's what's nice about them. So tomorrow morning we'll be back on FS25 for an episode. Then I'm going to go out and mow my lawn before it gets too hot. Honestly, if I didn't have all the cats, I'd live in my camper for the summer. Alright, let's see what we get before we call the episode. I might go over this a little bit, but that's fine. We sell a couple more loads like this off, we'll have the whole map going. We'll own all the fields, and then all we gotta do is work on putting backers down. And get the crops growing. That's what takes the longest, is waiting on the crops. We're probably gonna have close to 8 mil to spend next episode. Alright, well, he's still selling off. Split through. We're gonna stop you, back you up, shut you off. That's perfect timing. We're gonna shut you off when you get spun around. I said we have about 8 mil, maybe 9 mil to spend. So yeah, we'll buy a couple more fields. So we'll have to invest in the root crop harvester next episode. $10 mil. Awesome. So we'll have to invest in the root crop harvester, which is going to be this guy right here. And we'll have to get the sugar beet cutter. But I'm going to call the episode here. We're an hour in. I am Farmer Brian. Please smash that like and subscribe button on your way out. And check out the Facebook group I created. Join, enjoy the pictures, enjoy the short videos I'm going to start putting up. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you know every time I drop a video. And you guys have an awesome day.